WWE's Battleground is July 19th, and it's going to be a very interesting card. We haven't got to talk about it for a while just because of getting life in the way and stuff like that, and a lot of issues, which some of them we will get to in one of these matches, actually. And let's actually start off with that one. First off, Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. Personally, when I saw this feud first happen, I'm like, they're going to use Bray to get Roman over, and that could still be a possibility at this point. But it's very hard to say, because the way you're using family. Excuse me, I have the hiccups for some reason. But the way you're using a family, just based on the fact that Father's Day was like a couple days ago, actually, or even last week. Yeah, it was about almost last week right now, and you used the daughter of Roman Reigns, who we have seen in the Father's Day commercial from last year, which they replayed for this year. And it's very interesting because of the fact that you're using Bray Wyatt as a scapegoat. It's very awkward, it's very weird, and it's using the daughter as a scapegoat, really, but you're using the daughter to somehow get into the mind of Roman, which is very interesting, to say the least. I honestly care less about this, because you're using family to get this over. The last time I had a problem with this was with the late great Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, when you had basically a custody ladder match for the sole possession of the Rey's son Dominic. And I mean, the story was great. Unlike that, this match, there was a story in that of a family using a child, not using a child, but giving a child, donating to be a surrogate mother. And I don't want to go into all the details. I mean, there's a network you want. It's free this month. You can see all that unfold, which was great. But this match is very weird. I don't like it. Bray Wyatt has been on a losing streak as of late. He's gotten a few wins, but Roman needs to look strong. I hate saying that, but Roman has to look strong. I mean, he's been losing since WrestleMania, as far as I've known, for pay-per-view wise, not counting a win. I mean, besides the win against the Big Show at the Rumble, or whatever that was, you have to give Roman the win. I hate saying that, but you have to do it. You're pushing this guy to be the face of your company. You have to do it. And speaking of faces of the company, the United States Championship is on the line as John Cena defends his title against the NXT champion Kevin Owens. The NXT title is not on the line for this match, but the United States Championship is. And this is the time to have Kevin Owens become United States champion. Why? Because you're bringing this guy from NXT, a man who, let's face it, the former Kevin Steen, former world champion in multiple promotions. You brought him to NXT, instantly made him your NXT champion, and a few months later he is on the main roster, feuding with, like it or not, the face of the WWE. And you have to give him the title. There is no other way around this. I mean, you could have Cena win and just be the end of it, and he goes back to NXT. But if you're pushing this guy to be on the main roster, especially with the July 4th show in Japan, where Kevin Owens defends the title against Finn Balor, I believe it's Finn Balor. I think it's Finn Balor. I'm not quite sure. I want to say it's against Finn Balor because he's the #1 contender. But with that show, I would think Kevin Owens would lose the title, give it to Hideo's injured, give it to Finn Balor, and then you have him win the United States Championship later in the month. There's no other way around this. I mean, you're giving this guy a main roster push. He's the NXT champion. If you want him to move up, give him the US title, make him drop the NXT title. It's that simple. And this match, a rematch. Primetime Players defend the tag team titles against the New Day. The Primetime Players won it last month at Money in the Bank. I wouldn't say last month because it's been bi-weekly pay-per-views. I want to say, yeah, because they didn't win the Chamber, they won at Money in the Bank. And they're defending the title with a contractual rematch clause. And this is where it's very interesting, because a few days ago, Darren Young bashed the WWE by some footage. I believe it was on the new Swerve show, where they blurred out Darren Young's husband. Now, if you know anything in the news today, the Supreme Court made a ruling that gay marriage is now legal all across the country of America. Not across the state, but all across the world. I mean, think about it. Ireland recently accepted gay marriage and has made it legalized to be able to have gay marriage. America has now, due to a 5-4 ruling, has become a gay marriage country. Which, personally, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I have my issues with gay marriage, because personally, to me, the thought of one man putting the other man's in the butt, it's not right, in my opinion. But I have had several gay friends over the years, and I have accepted them much like other friends. And that's what we have to do. I hate sidetracking, but that's what we have to do as in America. You either accept it, or you become a relic of the past, much like slavery has been. But back to what I was saying. They blurred out his gay husband, like his face, which WWE has had a past of blurring faces. Most importantly, Chris Benoit. But that's another issue for another time, and CM Punk. That's another issue entirely. But the fact is, he bashed the company about it, and that could be grounds for the Primetime Players having the shortest tag team title reign in a long time. But with gay marriage being legalized, WWE has a very awkward position. Do they give New Day the titles back, or do they show potential and backing their gay superstar? And I hate this match basically being whittled down to that. But this is a new story. This changes the complexity of the matchup. Because, like it or not, gay marriage is legal. And Darren Young being one of the first openly gay superstars in WWE, they have to protect it. Much like WWE protected their image by blurring the gay superstar's husband, or soon-to-be husband. I don't even know if they're married. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. But the fact is, he is gay. And if you have to push the gay superstar, you gave the Primetime Players their first ever championship in WWE, the Tag Team Championships, which is well deserved. But if you have to, this could be a toss-up. I don't really know what they're going to do. I can only assume, since the Primetime Players just won the titles, they would not lose the belt. But think about it. Kofi Kingston is facing Brock Lesnar in Japan. This is his second pay-per-view match in a row where he is highlighted. The first one being the Money in the Bank ladder match, and the second one probably him being in the tag team title match. You have to make Kofi Kingston look strong to be a credible opponent for Brock Lesnar in Japan on the 4th of July. So I don't know what they'll do. All I know is the recent ruling of the Supreme Court might actually have a play of this. Politics in wrestling and politics in general pretty much go hand in hand. We'll have to see what happens with that. And we have the piss break match for the Intercontinental Championship, Ryberg versus Big Show versus Miz. Ryberg just winning the title at the Elimination Chamber. I doubt he will lose the title. But in the triple threat match with the Big Show, you'd have to assume that Miz will somehow come out of here with Ryberg and Big Show forgetting about the Miz, which has been the whole storyline so far. Miz, of course, being with Tough Enough recently after his Tough Talk after show, which is great. I mean, I wish we had that kind of Miz compared to the one we've had for several years. But I'm honestly going to go with the Miz because he's the person everyone's forgetting in this match. He'll probably somehow win the match and win the title. I doubt Ryberg will lose the belt this early, but it's possible. And finally, the Undisputed Championship. Seth Rollins versus the man that will be facing Kofi Kingston in Japan, Brock Lesnar. We have not seen Brock Lesnar since him being suspended again by almost killing Michael Cole, which was great. But he apologized, and he is now officially reinstated, and the pressure is on for Seth Rollins. Now, normally, this match would be an easy pick. It would be Brock Lesnar all the way, because, let's face it, Brock never lost the title technically. It was Seth cashed in at WrestleMania, making it a first-time ever triple threat Money in the Bank cash-in for a World Championship at WrestleMania, which is also a first. But the fact is, Brock Lesnar is a fresh Brock Lesnar. This is not a Brock Lesnar that was whittled down by Roman Reigns, and by himself probably by trying to carry Roman Reigns in that match. But the fact is, this is a Brock Lesnar match. However, the Authority is reunited as of late. Has been a unit, as you saw on SmackDown last night, which was on a Tuesday. It's always taped, but still, technically last night on SmackDown, you saw United Front. And we also saw the unfortunate 3 ribs broken by Jamie Noble because of Brock Lesnar. So, I don't know what they'll do. Like I said, Brock is big in Japan, so you have to put him over. If Seth Rollins was to lose the title, this would be the match to do it. But we've seen Brock with the title before. Will it happen again? We'll find out July 19th as Battleground will truly be a Warfield.